Hello and welcome, Dota 2 fans, to my Dota 2 Beginner's Guide. Uh, so, I'm assuming you're already a fan, right? Well, you're gonna be, anyways. If you're new to this game, believe me, it is really cool and something special. But it can be hard to get into because there is a bit of a learning curve that can be pretty difficult and steep. However, I think with the right training and mindset, you can get through it pretty easily. It's just going to take some time. So if you're willing to just put a little bit of time into it, uh, you can make it through. And I'm always willing to help people out too. So go ahead and leave a comment or email me at sweetshot3@gmail.com, and I'll see if I can help you out. Um, but hopefully this video will be able to help new people out. But this will be one of a series, hopefully, and this first video is just basically covering the layout of the front page when you first load up Dota 2. And I'm just going to go over all the different tabs and everything and all the different options first. I figure you might as well learn that first before you learn the actual game. So without any further ado, here we go. Time to learn. So we got the Today tab, Customize, Play, Watch, Learn, Socialize tab. And under the Today tab, we have the blog, news, updates, international, and we got the chat, the username, and then a whole bunch of usernames over here, and then the friends list at the bottom right corner here. Wonder if anything shows up here or how this works if you don't actually have any friends whatsoever on your list. But anyways, so if you're a new person and this is what you see when you first load up, I'll just cover all these different. This is the chat box right here. I'm going to go over the chat box first. So I think when you first load up, you probably have like US West or East or something, depending on your region where you are. And these are just chat windows for you to talk to other people. If you feel like chatting with them to learn a little bit about the game, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw out something in there, and hopefully, you won't get a bunch of people trolling you, and you'll get some nice people, hopefully, that will be willing to help you out a bit. If you click on this little plus sign here, it'll bring up the join chat channel, and for some reason it always lags. I don't know if it's just for me or if it's for everyone, but it takes a while for this to populate. So if you just wait a little while, you got a custom and a regional. So here we go. So now it actually fills up, and you can scroll through and look for a bunch of different chat channels, and that'll just put you in with a bunch of other people. They have a regional tab as well, the custom and the regional. So I believe, yeah, so anyone can create their own channel, and that will show up under the custom. So if you know anyone that has a custom channel that you want to be a part of, that's where you want to look under the custom tab. So for instance, I have Purge Gamers tab and Dota Insight tab, the chat channels, because I like to kind of hang out with those two communities. Those two communities seem really nice and friendly and everything, and interested in helping each other out and stuff. So those two chat channels are very, very good, very cool. Go ahead and check those out if you want. Doesn't look like anything's showing up for regional. Oh, there we go. So regional, we have a friendly room. Never seen that one before. North America, North America 2. Let's go ahead and check out the friendly room. I've never seen that one. But once you have these up, they should stay up unless they are deleted or something. So over here you can see we actually have 22 people in this chat channel. But that's all the chat channels are really for. And then we have the friends list. This will just show everyone that you have on your friend list on Steam, and it'll show whether or not they're playing Dota. It'll show you who's online, who's offline, and from here you can actually click on them, view their profile, Dota profile, Steam profile. You can send them a message, invite them to your party, report them. I don't know why you would report your friends, but that's an option. If your friend's ticking you off or something, ignore them too, I guess. And you can do the same with anybody in the channels too. You can click on their name, have the same list of options. And then here we have your profile name, username, and your pick, your picture, and your level, your battle points. This will tell you how close you are to leveling up, so I'm pretty close right now. And how many wins you have. If you click on your name, I can show you this, I guess. It'll bring up even more stats about you. And if you're new, obviously you're not going to have anything under here, but your overview is basically shows your top 3 most successful heroes, and then your featured hero you can set to whatever you want. It'll show your most recent games, your 5 most recent games, commendations. Those are if you're in a game or whatever, or if you have friends, they can commend you by clicking on your name. And is it in here? Okay, so maybe that's just in-game thing or something. But commend, you can get. I don't know if it actually does anything, but if people look at your profile, then they'll see that you have commends and know that you're a nice person. Maybe, I don't know. Then you can click on the game history tab. This will show pretty much everything that you have. I have 39 pages, so I have a lot of games played. And then heroes played. This will show your performance, which I'm not sure exactly how this works because Viper is top of the list for me. Not sure why that is. They say the win and losses, the win-loss ratio and everything, that doesn't account for. So I'm not sure how they rank this, but you know, there's a whole bunch of heroes that I have played, and then it's just showing your performance based on, I guess, other people who've played that hero as well. So I don't know. I don't know exactly how that works, but that's what you got. And then under the Today tab, we have the blog, news, updates, international. Some of this stuff is cool. You can always check it out, you know. It's really cool to look at all this stuff. The blog is just, you know, some updates and stuff, and this is kind of the Dota 2 base website, kind of. So a lot of cool stuff you can check out on their news. Just has a bunch of updates as well of things in the on the Dota 2 website and community and everything. And the Today channel is basically, or the Today tab is basically all about updating you and keeping you informed on things that are going on within the Dota 2 community and everything. So the update tab is actually more specific to the game itself, and so it'll give updates on the gameplay and the UI and the store and a whole bunch of other stuff that they actually update to the game itself. And blog and news is more about the community. And then the international, which is now over with, which they do once a year. It's a tournament, and they have all the best teams and players from around the world get together, and they battle each other for a grand prize of $1 million. So that's really cool. That's a lot of fun. Those just ended, and so if you're a new player, you can go ahead and go back and check those out and see how some pros play. But you're probably going to want to learn a few things first before you do that. And then over here on the upper left hand corner, we have the settings, I don't know, tab or button or whatever. And here we have a whole bunch of settings. We have unit actions, abilities, items, players, metagame, spectator. I don't think I'll be going over all of these. I think it's pretty self-explanatory if you just look at each one of these and look over each one. And each one will have their own tabs too, maybe. And then we have the control tabs, basically what I'm under right now. This is all the buttons, all the key bindings. So in game you're going to be pressing all the different keys on your keyboard in order to perform different actions, and so this is what you have set up for it. And this is I pretty much use most of the defaults. I have a few things set up for me that work a little better for me, and so it's good to customize it to your liking, and not necessarily just go with the default. Then there's the game tab. This is a few things in game that you can customize and adjust to your liking as well. And then the video tab, which is for video quality, the general and the advanced. And I keep the video settings low just so I don't run into any lag issues. Graphics have never been a real huge importance of mine, just because I've always been more about the gameplay. And then the audio, this is where you can customize the sound and your microphone and stuff. And so that's the settings tab. That's good for setting up and customizing the game to how you want it. And over in the top right we have the quit button, so when you're ready to close the game, this is what you click to get out of it. And then the customize tab, this is where you can access the store and you can buy a bunch of fun things to add to your heroes and stuff, and a bunch of other cool stuff. And you can go ahead and play around with that, and check out everything they have to offer. And then the backpack tab will be where you store all the things that you've bought and all the stuff that you've accumulated throughout your gameplay. is as you play games, you'll pick up items as you go. And so this will be where you keep all your stuff, your in-game stuff. And then the loadout, this will show all the different heroes. You can go to the grid view, I think. Yeah, the grid view. You can look at all the heroes. Click on customize, and this is where you can check to see if you have any items available for them. And if you do, then you can equip them and stuff through here. So like my Nature's Prophet, I got a bunch of stuff for that. This is where you can choose what you want and everything. So you choose what you want your Nature's Prophet to look like, or whatever hero. And then the workshop, this is where you can view stuff that the community is creating. So players and fans of the Dota 2 game, you know, if you want to create your stuff, you can do that here. If you want to look at what other people are creating, go ahead and do that there. It's mostly items and stuff, and that's kind of fun to check out too. And then the play tab, this is where you actually play the game. We have find a match. You just click on find a match and it'll throw you into a queue, and you wait for a couple of minutes, and then hopefully you'll get a game that'll pop, and you accept. You ready up, and it'll load up the game, and then you can start playing. But we have first you want to customize this, so decide what game mode you want to play. We have the all pick, single draft, captain's mode, and random draft. And if you're new to the game, you probably don't want to be playing anything but all pick. If you're new to the game, I suggest sticking with some of the easier heroes. So that's why you want to pick all pick. That way you can pick the heroes you're good with. And then the regions. So depending on where you live, you want to queue up for the closest region to you. That way you'll have a relatively low ping, and hopefully you won't get any lag that way. And then we have the find a co-op bot match. This will throw you into a queue with people who will play with you on your team, but you'll be playing against bots. And this is a great way to practice. If you're looking for practice in a specific area, or with just a hero in general, if you're learning a new hero, this is a great place to do that. And you can select the difficulty of the bots: passive, easy, medium, hard, unfair, depending on how new you are or how good you think you are. You can customize that. So if you're new to the game, you can go ahead and switch that to passive. And if you think you're super experienced and really good, go ahead and pick unfair. And yeah, that's really good and helpful for learning new heroes, new strats, new whatever. If you want to practice, that's one of the best places to do it. Find a lobby. This is where you can find a, I guess I'll go over the create a lobby first. If you want to create a lobby, this is basically, you can set up your own game with all your own rules, set up a password and everything if you want to play by yourself or with just some friends, or you can leave it open and try and pick up some random people if you want, and you can just customize all these different things. And then you can also enable cheats if you want. There's some cool cheats that you can do. You can get gold and stuff, or you can do what they call WTF mode, which allows you to spam abilities and stuff, which is kind of fun. You can fill the slots with bots, if you want to play with and against bots. That's cool. That allows you to Again, practice if you want. Good place to practice. Learn some things and learn some new heroes and stuff. And then, once you have that created, you create lobby, and you jump on one side or the other. And then you can also join one of the broadcast slots too if you are playing with people and you just want to watch some other people play. It's cool, and you can broadcast too and stuff. And you just click start game and it goes. So if you create a lobby and you're looking to, for others to join, or if you know that somebody else created a lobby and you're looking to join, then you go to the Find a Lobby tab, and if you have a friend on your friend list, you just click on this Friends tab, Friends Games tab, and it'll show up any friends you have that have their own lobby. Not sure what the tournaments is, but you probably don't worry about that if you're not actually playing a tournament. And then private games, you can go to that too if there is a password that you know of. So let's say 123. That's a pretty common password. Okay. Alright, so nobody has the lobby up right now that I know of. But if they have a lobby and you know what the password is, that's where you type it in. You click find lobby and it should show up. And then you just join it. And then, so again, back to find a match. Typically you want to do all pick if you're solo queuing. If you're queuing up with 5, then you can queue up for anything if you're queuing up with 5 people. But typically you don't want to queue up for captain's mode unless you have 5 people. Because if you have 4 people, there's a chance that the slot, your pub will actually get the captain's spot and they'll pick. But again, if you're new to the game, don't worry about that. If you're new to the game, just focus on bot matches. You can either create your own lobby and do a practice game, or you can do bot matches with other people. And go ahead and pick different heroes and try them out and learn and practice. And once you feel comfortable, then you can start queuing up and play against real people as well. And hopefully you'll have better success, having a couple of practice games under your belt first. And then we have the Watch tab. This is where you can watch other people play the game. We have tournaments, live games, and recent games. So let's see here. Details. Cool. So if you click on details of a recent game, you can download the replay and then you can watch it be played out. And if you're looking for a specific game, if a friend has a great game and he says he wants you to watch it and he sends you the ID, this is where you type in the ID somewhere in here, match ID. So filter by ID. Your friend can send you the match ID, you type it in, boom, it should show up. And you can download it and watch the replay. Watch your friend's game. If you're just looking to watch one of the games that are going on live, click on the live game. Go ahead and pick the one you want. You can just click watch, it'll load it up, and you can start watching. That's also a great way to learn. Just watching people play is a great way to learn. Inside the game client, you can click on player perspective, see what people are doing, how they're playing, and just learn from that, learn from other people. And then the tournaments, of course, I think you have to get a key, you have to buy a key or something for a lot of these, but the international should be free. If you click on the international, this is the big tournament that everybody played in. You can go to the recent games, the schedule view. Let's see here. Let's see if this actually works. Um, let's see if you can actually look at the match. I'm not sure if you can go back and watch these now, but these are the best of the best, and so okay, cool. So you're gonna watch like the stream. It looks like. Um, oh, it looks like you can watch the replay too. So that's always a great way to learn too. Uh, and then, so that's the watch tab. The learn tab is very helpful if you're new. This is a good tab to go to. You got the heroes and the items. The items tab is great to look at if you're new. You got the basics, the upgrades, and so I think this is every item in the game right here. And you just mouse over it and then click it, and it'll show the stats and everything for that item. Um, so this is a great way to learn all the items and what they do. It's good to get these pretty much memorized for the most part, what they're called and what they do and everything. So, everything takes a lot of time, but once you have everything memorized, that makes things just so much easier. But it just takes time. And the heroes as well. You can look at all the different heroes, and if you mouse over them, it'll tell you the type of hero it is. Not all these are super accurate, but it'll tell you like what type of hero it is, like ranged. So Shadow Shaman says pusher, disabler, nuker, support, which gives you a pretty good idea of his role and how he's played. But they're not always perfectly accurate and everything. So best thing to do is just get some experience and see how everybody else is playing them. And but if you click on one of these, uh, it'll give you more information, which is great. Um, so like Keeper Light just says range pusher. You could probably toss some other attributes in there, but pusher is pretty accurate for Keeper Light. So once you click on them, it'll give you the overview. It'll give you their stats and everything. It'll show all their abilities. You can read a description of them. A bio if you're interested in some of the lore that the game has and everything. Go ahead and read that. Stats, again, this is more in-depth stats. Um, abilities, this is more in-depth on each ability. Gives a little description again, but then it gives more stats, more information as to the exact numbers that the abilities have. And then you can click and watch a short video to see how the ability actually works. So this is all really good way of learning each hero and how it works. Hopefully this will help you navigate everything, and hopefully this is a good starting point. And I think the next step is to basically just learn the basics about the game in general. So please, if you're new to the game, check out some of these heroes, get a feel for what they do, and if you're more of a hands-on person, jump into a bot game and just pick a hero and play around with it. And but it's best to just learn as much as you can. And there's two phases to learning this game, how to play it and how to get better. You have the knowledge factor and then the gameplay factor. And They kind of both go hand in hand, but you have to make sure you're doing both in order to learn the game and get better. So you can't just play a game and expect you're going to learn everything there is and get better just by doing that without knowing some of the um, mechanics and stuff behind the gameplay. So it's good to do some research, and some other things you can do is there are some other websites out there such as uh, Dota 2 Wiki, which will have a lot of great information about the game on there. And then you can always go to YouTube, which is a great resource for finding videos if you want to find out how to do a if you want to learn a specific strategy, gameplay style, or hero, or something about the game, something specific about Dota 2. You should be able to find it on YouTube somewhere probably. And then there are some other great websites out there too that provide more information, allow you to learn more about the game. So just explore and look for things like that. And I think next video I make will be more in depth on learning more about the game and also the gameplay. Uh, Gameplay has more to do with your ability, your fingers, basically. That's where, what's your reaction time? How's your reaction time? And how's your map awareness? And some things like that help you to play the game at a higher level. And then the knowledge side of it is how much you know of each hero and each item and each situation, so you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing and when you're supposed to be doing it. So more on that, with my next video. Keep a lookout for that, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps, and check out some of my other videos and leave a comment.